Ooh, what's going on, IBL fans? I'm the chief coach of your Rhode Island Regis, and today we're here with a post-analysis video, not post-analysis, a post-commentary video of our week number 6 match against LazyGhost and the Birmingham's Arons. I believe this is a rematch that we actually had to have during the season since we were part of the same division. This is again one of the most important battles that we can have, especially if we're gonna try and make our way to playoffs. In the last time that we faced, he did bring a very a similar team. I think instead of the Among Us, he brought the he brought the he had Lopan, he had Hippowdon, he had Chandelure. I think the one thing he had as well was the Scizor. Yeah, he had the Scizor. This time he did not bring it around, so that was really helpful for us. But the Among Us, we were also something that we were kind of still afraid of. We had some answers for it. I knew that Spore was a thing, so he decides to bring pretty much a very similar team as he did last time. The Zapdos last time one-shotted my Slowbro, but this time we no longer have Slowbro. We actually made some transaction. I think week number 2 or number 3, we actually made some actions, and we no longer have Slowbro, and I believe it was Armaldo, and we actually picked up Saxmito and Cresselia, which I think were the two of the smartest picks we could have done, especially for the season. Especially since I was looking to what was coming up, and a lot of my rematches, Crest and like Saxmito are gonna be spammed into the team. But for week number 6, my mindset was we cannot bring Hail. Hail is one of the things that is kind of very easily whipped by that Hippowdon. So the last strategy that we had was set up Hail, set up a Sword Sense with our Sand Slash, and we was kind of like sweep out the team. But in case he predicted that again, we would have some answers. And yes, we do have the Ninetales there still, but that's also to kind of like chip away at the damage that we can do to the rest of his team. Because even so, like Ninetales still hits Among Us, Hippowdon, Lopunny, Slowking, and they Zapdos for some decent damage no matter what. The other thing it doesn't really hit is the Chandelure. So you know what? We decided to bring a light clay version this time around, just to, in case we do get Veil up, we have Veil for 8 turns again. I was thinking about a Life Orb version, but it's like don't even bother. Like this was also a supportive with the Heal Bell. Brindleberry, like Saxmito, pretty much gonna bring that pretty much every week, just in case of the possibility of a grass type move. I don't want to get hit by a grass type move. A leftover Cresselia, which I thought it was Rocky Helmet when I first battled, and was wondering why I never did the damage I was supposed to do. It was actually the week before that I had the Rocky Helmet. I really wanted the Rocky Helmet on this thing, but you know what? The leftover still is coming in clutch. Kind of like a Toxic Stalling Cresselia was needed for this match as well, especially against that Slowking. In case we go up in front of it, he can't really hurt me that much. I can hurt it back with a Shadow Ball and a Toxic and put him on the timer. Again, the safety goggles on the Heatran, just in case with a Spore that we can switch into it and still hit him with a Lava Plume. Pretty much the same set that we had the last time, except we now running Protect instead of Stuff Rocks. A defensive lefties Rotomo. I'm trying to get used to using a different version of Rotomo, and a Source Dancing Dragonium Z Garchomp. So right now we're looking at his team and then my team and see what we were gonna bring against them. And I thought that the best thing I could have is either if he leads with the Lopunny, like we can handle that with a Crest. If he leads with a Slowking, we can handle with. So the only thing we do not want him to lead with would be the Chandelure or the Zapdos, because he can they both switch out. But even though we can land a Toxic on him, HB Ice, just in case he brought the HB Ice again, we have time for that. Or we have a switch in with the Saxmito that can stop him. So we're just gonna hop right into the battle and see what we can. So I can try to do a post commentary and my thought process through each of the games. So I did lead off with the Cresselia. When we actually first played, I brought 5 Pokemon by accident because I ran out of time. Also, I couldn't record because I had a killer migraine that day, so I couldn't even. I didn't want him to even play. But you know what? We ended up playing. As he leads through the Among Us. Here, I'm thinking I can get some free damage in this thing. No matter what, I can get some free damage. Even if he like spores me, it will be 2 turns of whatever. I do like something. He does go for, like for the spore. I'm like, I'd rather get my my Cresselia pretty much like to sleep than like anything else, because this is only really here for the Among Us, and the Among Us can't do anything to me. And as he switches out into pants, he's gonna make a switch no matter what, so I'm like, I can waste a turn of sleep no matter what. Here I have a mandatory 1 turn of sleep, so hopefully by turn 2 I can wake up, and that's exactly what happens. As we go for a toxic, in case he tries to set up or something, I can easily just like go for a toxic and see what he's gonna do. I'm not gonna waste like a switch on this. As we go for the Dragon Tail, as we find out that, you know, he is a phaser. I'm like, you know what, that's great for me, and it actually ends up like switching out into my Hospital, which I'm actually really happy about, because I can, if he goes for the Grassland Energy Ball or like or like HP Grass, I can take it. Plus, if he goes for a water move, I take it. I find out I'm faster in this thing, and I knock off whatever item he had. Apparently, he had the Asova, so that's even better that we're able to do that. As we burn our Rindelberry here just to get the knockoff off. I'm very happy about the knockoff play, actually, because like anything on the switch was gonna help out a lot. He's starting to get low on health, so I'm pretty sure he was gonna switch out no matter what. As we switch out first because we are faster, and we didn't want to take it on like on a grass. I'm like, why can't take a grass knot here? I'm like, probably Mifa can take a grass knot. Plus we can set up the snow warning, and I'm like the health is actually really helpful as he withdraws into, I believe, was Among Us again. So I think the fear of me going for grass knot was was very great. So and our knockoff wasn't gonna really help out, as I don't want to take a slash bomb. I don't kill this thing no matter what. So I'm like, the best thing I can do if it goes for a spore or anything like that, or a slash bomb, I'm pretty much covered. And here's where I really did not understand what happened. I looked at all the calcs and everything. I still don't understand how. First of all, I know I was gonna do that much damage period, but the Summon Tantrum, I did not know it was gonna do that much. I looked at stats. Unless this is a crit, which I don't know if it is or not. No, it's not a crit. I still don't know how much damage that did, why that killed, but it did. He said he was only 4 invested. So I'm like, I started to do some more like calculation on that, because that was interesting, because no way he kills. But like, this is kind of a free Dragonium Z on anything. If he stays in, he loses his 1 check to everything else. If he switches out into his like defensive trait, which is the Triple H, the Hippowdon, I'm gonna do some massive damage. Dragon Z to something else was gonna kill. So the whole thing is like, I need to find the time to do what I need to do. Whatever he does will not kill me at full health, because it's not stab unless it's EQ. Even EQ only does 30%, because I'm a really bulky Sword Stance Dragon Z like Garchomp. Plus, if he hits him with like anything physical, that did a butt ton of damage. Here's where pretty much everything goes haywire. He goes out into Shidori, which I think he thought, alright, he's gonna go for an EQ now to try to get it. As I set up a Sword Stance in front of his face, and this is where Blinkpoing, the Garchomp, goes ham sandwich, because I'm like, you know what? Nothing I do is gonna kill this thing unless I go for the Outrage. And I clicked that Outrage, and it took me a minute to click it. I'm like, I do not want to be locked in. But at +2, I kill everything. And here's where I'm like, I'm stuck into a like Outrage. If he has to like Ice Punch, it still does not kill, because I'm very defensive and really bulky. I think I put I'm 204 in my HP, so I can take any hit from a low punny, even if it's like 4 times weak. And he goes for a Drain Punch, does less than half. It does way less than half. And the Rough Skin does the little bit damage I needed, but the Outrage is gonna. This is one angry boy. But he still has a defensive like a Mungus in the back, and he has Hippowdon to kind of like check Blinkpoing, and Blinkpoing just gonna. And Panskin's not gonna take this because he's more of the specially defensive, while Slowbro is more of the physical. I did manage to get that 3-turn like Outrage, which was amazing. We just destroyed half his team with just 1 move, which is insane. I'm like, I don't want to risk me kind of going for me getting hit by confusion and lose my win condition. So he goes for Shadow Ball, me thinking, okay, this thing's probably Scarf again. If he's Scarf again, then I can probably not take another one, but I can actually just like sack this thing off and see what I can go for. And he goes for the Energy Ball, so find out he's not Scarf, so anything that's faster than this thing is gonna kill. And my mind says like, and my mindset right here is like, I can go for the EQ, or I can just go for another like Outrage and hit everything super hard. I'm like, let me just go for the EQ just for the safe play. He does say switch out. He does and reveals that this thing's actually more, I think, specially defensive, because this EQ did a butt ton of damage, which it almost kills. And here me think, I'm like, he's gonna switch out to preserve this thing. If not, he's gonna lose one of his like defensive checks. I'm just gonna click EQ. Like, there's no point. I could actually set up another like Sword Sense in front of the Chandelure, and he sends out Triple H, which is going to be his powder. And here I'm thinking like, okay. Do I just go for another EQ, or do I just keep on switching? I'm like, I'm not gonna risk anything. If he goes for an EQ like he did like in the last game, he's gonna do a ton of damage. But he goes to that, reveals he has the Ice Fang. Probably hearing from my last like commentary and find out I'm super bulky, so I can eat 2 Ice Fangs. And Shore's just here like, let me do some Shores right now. And Shore's just like, let me land the Sleep Storm, as he has the berry for that. Just like, which is something I was not expecting. He had the berry for that. And that's actually pretty cool. I was not expecting him to have that. And like, here's where it kind of clicked on me. I'm like, if he has the berry for this, he might have the berry for the Chandelure. So I was trying to play around in case he does have the berry for the Chandelure. I can easily play around that, kind of like set some things off. He does go for the Calm Mind, which finds out his Calm Mind, Energy Ball, Shadow Ball, and something else, and like Flamethrower. So we find out his whole set, and he's like a special sweeper set. So I'm like, let me just do damage. There's no point in me switching out since I don't outspeed this thing. If I get a pair, that'll be great. If not, his own weather plus me doing a little bit of damage to him would help out no matter what. If he goes for another Calm Mind, there's no way for him to recover health back. And he does reveal that he does have the Flamethrower, so he has the double staff plus the Energy Ball for the coverage. And Rotom unfortunately goes down. He did get off 1 kill though, which is amazing. And right now the Garchom's looking at 4 kills. So here is me playing the odds of him actually having the reducing barrier for EQ. I just had a gut feeling. I had a super hard gut feeling, because as soon as I saw the berry for the grass one, like for the Rindo Berry on him, I'm like, I might as well just do as little damage as I can, bring him half or below, and spam EQ. I did have the crunch, but I didn't want to be like, oh, he might have the Cobra Berry, and then I automatically lose now. So we let Mifo go down, unfortunately. This was our best option. Crest did not outspeed, and the only one was Crest and Blink Point. It could have been a 1-0, but I kind of just wanted, you know what, you're in range of EQ even with the berry, and it just happened to have, he did have the berry for the EQ, which would have done 66 to 70, and he's already at half. So unfortunately he's just gonna get destroyed by Garchomp. That Sword Sense into the Outrage was one of the best things that could happen to us. We did manage to get a 3-turn like Outrage, which was really helpful for us, because it demolished 3 of his team members, which were gonna be super annoying, especially that Lopunny, which was his fastest mon in his team so far. He got rid of the Zapdos, which is gonna be one of the most annoying things to deal with, and the Slowking, which is gonna be the bulkiest thing in the special side. So Crest didn't really get to do much, because the stuff that Crest was there to take care of, the Garchomp just killed. The Sasmitoad was there to check the Zapdos. He just got bodied. And like Ninetales was there to do a little bit of damage, which did what it needs to do. Still need to find out, because I can look at this at the calculator right now, because I still don't understand how it killed. I just don't know how it killed, because I'm pretty bulky. It's not stab. I know it's 4 times weak to it, but I don't know how the Stomping Tantrum actually works, I guess, because Mungus, defensive pivot, relaxed. Let's say he said he was relaxed with 4 attack. At level 50. And put Stomping Tantrum. Tantrum to my modest flash fires, my safety goggles. Does 51 to 62. So don't know what happened. And like you guys like can look it up yourself. Heatran at level 50 with 164 in HP, 4 in defense, 164 in special defense, and 164 in speed, versus a relaxed nature, only 4 invested in attack. Stomping Tantrum does 51 to 62 without veil, without anything. So that made no sense. In my eyes, that made no sense. I guess something happened. If you guys want to let me know, you're more than welcome to. Unless Stomping Tantrum is special, then I don't. Then I have no idea what I'm talking about. Then, but as far as I know, cool. It was. We did the damage that we needed to do against the Mungus. Unless Stomping Tantrum actually gains more power during attack, but I really don't know how Stomping Tantrum works, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Stomping Tantrum, part doubles if the user's last move failed. What's that? Oh! Slush Bomb! Slush Bomb failed! That's what it was. Okay. That's what it was. Because then we can double, then become... it becomes 180, right? 170? It becomes 150. Base 150. It does kill no matter what. Okay. Makes a whole lot of sense now. Oh my goodness. I forgot about the Slush Bomb. It just clicked. Okay, that makes sense. Anyways, have a fantastic day. Steven's bad at Pokemon. Have yourself guys a fantastic day. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in next week's battle. Also, PSA, public service announcement. Week 5, we never battled. I started to talk to the coach for week 5 to see what's gonna happen with that. It might like end up being a forfeit on his part. We don't know exactly yet. We haven't worked out all the details. But on that, have yourself a fantastic day, and thank you so much for all the love, guys, and for all the support in these videos. I'll catch you guys in the next week's battle. Until later, guys. Bye.